He's been accused of misspending the school district's money as well as not having the credentials to actually get the job in the first place. And today, the embattled superintendent for the Clintondale School District in Macomb County sits down for a one-on-one talk with our Paula Tutman to clear the air. He says he views the attacks on his credibility as a direct threat to his reputation and his job, and he wants his district to hear his side of the story. Paula is in Clinton Township with more on what the superintendent has to say. Paula?
Yeah, hi guys. He has a lot to say. He says he has haters because he's made hard decisions on accountability. He says he's done nothing wrong. He says he has the proper credentials to hold the position as a superintendent in this state, and he says he fully expects his contract to be extended at the next school board meeting, July 25th. Two former board members have raised concerns about what Rodriguez Broadnax placed on his resume to get the superintendent's job in the Clintondale Community School District. They claim in North Carolina there is no record of him teaching in that state and no record of proper licensing and certification to teach.
In North Carolina, like other states, there are different rules for certification, lateral entry, or whatever you want to call it there, just like an alternative route. I really did not get a license there. Did not have a license in North Carolina, but it doesn't show on my resume that I had a license there in North Carolina.
His license to teach in Nevada is also being questioned because his detractors say they could find no record of his declared teaching license number.
In Nevada, I applied for a license, never received a license in Nevada because of their certification requirements or rules. And so, but I stayed there 2 years superintendent. The board and I worked through that, and that wasn't an issue.
And so you're saying that they knew you didn't have a license?
Yes.
Nor did they require it? Nor did you put that on your resume to get this job?
They require it. No.
There are also challenges on his credentials and resume entries for Indiana and South Dakota. Last night, Mr. Broadnax sent this 10-page document with photocopies of various certifications addressed to the Clintondale Schools community. It includes a readout from the executive search company that submitted his resume for the job prior to his being hired July 1st, 2021, reasserting they did their due diligence in vetting him. In that document, he also addresses questions about district monies on out-of-town school trips he spent and got reimbursed for on personal items and alcohol, saying, in part, we do not always get it right.
I took a team, and nobody did anything malicious like they wouldn't ordinarily do. Some things were just hooked to the district credit card at the hotel. That's it.
Was that a mistake?
That was a mistake that probably we didn't realize that the district credit card, or some of my team didn't realize the district credit card was hooked, and that alcohol would be hooked onto the hotel credit card.
In his final summation,
I think that we should focus on what's important, and those are kids. I've been to school. I have my education. I have a bachelor's degree, a master's degree, and a specialist degree. I have my certifications as a principal and superintendent. I also have 8 years as a superintendent. This shouldn't even be a question again.
So I did speak to one of those former school board members who's challenging the credentials and the spending practices. He says, listen, he stands by those challenges. He says all he's doing is he's asking the current school board to do their own due diligence, not to count on what a executive headhunting agency has done, but to do their own due diligence. Look at the original resume, compare it to the current resume, make some phone calls, figure out what happened, make a public declaration, in other words, make it public, and put all of the questions to rest. Guys?
Yeah, a lot to go through there, and you did. All right, Paula.